if people wondering what's in my cup, we gonna get to that later though. We're gonna get to that later.
Okay. I might need one of those.
Yeah,
I might need one of those.
for sure. We're gonna talk. But yo, I want you to talk more about this college tour. You know, when it is, what schools you're gonna be visiting, how many buses you have so far, if you still got room on the buses. Like let's really push that right now.
Okay, let's get into it. So the 2021 third annual Driven Minds College Camp Tour will consist of 9 schools. All right. We're going to travel to 9 different schools on 9 different dates. We're just going for the day. We're not staying overnight. We're not trying to do too much. We just want to try to get our kids an opportunity on the weekends to go and showcase their talents in front of college coaches. Okay, we're going to be going to East Stroudsburg on the 22nd. We're going to go to Kutztown on the 23rd of May. We're going to go to Bloomsburg University on the 29th of May. We're going to go to, let me see if I get this right. We're going to go to University of Temple on June 6th. We're going to go to, let me make sure, I want to pull this up. I want to make sure I get it all right. Pardon me. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to University of Monmouth on June 6th. Temple, I'm sorry, was going to be on June 5th, Saturday, June 5th. We're going to Monmouth on June 6th. We're going to go to UConn on June 12th. We're going to go to Penn State on June 13th. We're going to go to Lehigh University on June 27th. And we're going to go to Princeton on July 2nd. All of these trips come at a cost of one-time fee of you already know, man. It's getting big, man. It's getting big. I told you it started off with just going with 2 kids, and now it's crazy. The cost is $500. Right now, we have about, I want to say maybe 15 slots taken up on the bus. Again, my goal is to try to fill up 2 buses. I only want to put about 40 kids on the bus due to COVID situation. I want to make sure we got space. We're going to have a 53-footer. The camp costs are not included. Camp costs are not included in the camp tours. So, okay, put it like this. You pay the $500. That gets you a seat on the bus, right? But when we go to the college camp, we have to pay a camp fee. Now, the camp fees that we're going to pay because of the relationships that I've grown with coaches, because of the number of kids that I'm going to have, and because of the high-level type of kids that I'm going to have, it comes at a very, very discounted rate, okay? So the average cost per camp is going to be anywhere between $40 to $50 for every camp we're going to go to. Now, a parent could go to the campus on their own. They don't really necessarily need me. But I will say this. If a parent drives their kid, they're not going to get a discount, so they're going to have to pay anywhere from $60 to $85 for the camp. That's one. 2, the parent's going to have to also take time out of their busy schedule on a Saturday or a Sunday to drive themselves up to that college and then drive themselves back. If you've ever been to Penn State, it's about 225 miles one way. So that's an all-day type of trip. So I just want people to understand. Before you think about, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm going to drive, save yourself some time. The way how I have the bus schedule set up is every parent will bring their kids to West Orange High School parking lot. The buses will be there waiting for them. We're going to give them a breakfast pack that's going to also have bagels. It's going to have a granola bar. It's going to have a yogurt. It's going to have a juice. It's going to have water. And that's going to be what they get when they come up. Then we're going to leave. We're going to go to the school. So let's use East Stroudsburg as the first trip. We'll go to East Stroudsburg. We go to the registration table. We register. We pay the fee. We go inside. Now, you heard me say the schools that we're going to, those aren't going to be the only schools that are going to be working the camp. The other colleges, neighboring colleges, are going to also be working the camp. So now you don't just work out for East Stroudsburg. You don't just work out for Penn State. You work out for whatever college is there, whether it be a Division I, II, III, NAIA, JUCO. So all of these coaches are there, which it helps, again, our kids, because it helps them get that exposure to a lot. So we're going to go work out. After we finish working out, my guy's going to run like crazy because this is what we do. Once we get back to the bus, the camp's over, we go back to the bus. I give the kids what they would call a replenishment pack. Trail mix, Gatorade, protein shake, protein bar. Put that in your system. You just ran like crazy. I don't want you cramping up on the bus. get on the bus, and then we come back to West Orange. The parents pick them up, and this is the way how it works every trip. Now, I always advise, if a kid want to bring a packed lunch, it will always be advised to do so. Again, you're going to probably be with me from about 7 o'clock in the morning to about maybe 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So a very long day. And like I said, I'm only providing you with a little bit, something to get you started, something to refuel you for afterwards. But you might want to really get something really good to eat. And a lot of these colleges on these days, the colleges, they close down. So it's just the football office and the football field that's open. So we can't go into the mess hall and try to get something to eat. And to stop the bus to go to a McDonald's or anything like that, it's 50 kids. It's going to be crazy. Yeah. So we try to make sure that we limit all of the extra stops. We try to make sure that we give every kid what they want. And then, we know, again, it's a lot of mental that comes with it. Before they get off the bus, there's a conversation with Coach Don before anybody gets off the bus. The first conversation is, I got this from Miss LaVon Furlow. You know Miss LaVon. She used to
Shout out to Miss Furlow. Shout out to Miss Furlow. Nothing but love.
LaVon used to say to us when we was young, don't go out here and embarrass me or I'll embarrass you. That's the first thing I say to the kids. Their eyes light up like, oh, wait a minute. Like, I'm just letting it be known off the rip. Don't do it because I'll do it on spot. Now that we got that out the way, the goal, go out here and compete to the highest ability. I don't care if it's a person on this bus or it's a person inside that stadium. You dominate them. It is what it is. It's just a business trip. So we're going to go out there. We're going to do that. That's the next thing that we're going to do. The third thing that we have to do when the camp is over, I want you to leave that camp with three forms of information, three phone numbers, 3 contacts, Twitter pages, whatever, from 3 different schools, not the whole school. So when we go to Penn State, I don't want you to come back to me like, yo, coach, I got the Penn State running back coach number. I got the Penn State. I don't need to hear all of that. Yeah. I don't want that. I want to know that you guys actually out here working. So I want you to go find the William and Mary coach. I want you to go find the Cheney coach. I want you to go find the Morehouse coach. I want you to find them. Get their information and introduce yourself. How you doing? My name is Donald Massey. I attend West Orange High School. I have a 3.6 GPA. I play football. I play wide receiver and I play cornerback. How can I help how can I be an asset to your program? This is the spill that they get when they get off the bus, that if they drove with you, mom, they wouldn't get that, or pop, they wouldn't get that. So that's why when you see the college tour, and I know a lot of people still trying to figure it out, like, what has he got going on? Listen, I have the best thing since sliced bread going on right now. It's not going to no showcase where the people say, oh, come to my showcase, it's going to be live stream, college coaches going to be looking. How do you know college coaches is looking? Stop lying. Next thing, I'm not sitting there saying, hey, come out here into my workout and I'm going to get you some exposure. How? The best exposure that we're offering is from this college camp, where they get the workout live in front of that college coach. And you know what that coach will tell you? Keep working hard, son. I'm looking for you. Or, hey, what's your name and number? I want to offer you a scholarship. Or, you know what? I think you got more in you, son. And it sounds different coming from the college coach even than it does for me. Because it's like I'm the extension of the parent. So what happens is parents at home have kids, right? And so eventually we get to that point where the kid don't want to listen to mom and pop no more. I think you kind of see that sometimes with your girls. And so it's like, I need somebody to talk to this motherfucker because I'm going to get into this part. That's when Coach Don come in, because they respect me. They understand what I understand the lingo. I'm like, yo, listen, man, I'll be disappointed if your mom's call me again or your pops call me again, telling you ain't doing what you got to do. Yeah. And it works. It works for a little while. And then you know what? Then I start to lose my power. So then what I'm doing now is I transition into the college coach. And I say, coach, what kind of GPA he need to get into your school? Oh, man, compliance officer ain't going to let him in unless you got a 3.5 or higher. You heard what he said, right?
It ain't got
so when I tell you go back, that ain't me.
Yeah.
You heard what he said, right? Yeah. And I know you said you want to go play big-time football. So that's what it is. That's what it's all about. It's about just trying to educate kids and educate them physically as well as mentally about what's at stake. And when they come back from these college camps, you know what they come back? They come back sharp, because now it becomes more realistic to what they really want in life. Remember, I told you when I was in high school, I couldn't see it. I didn't see why I could go somewhere because I didn't see these colleges. Now we're giving kids the opportunity to see more. They want more. And so that's all I want to do.
Well, listen, Listen, man. All I want to do at this point is say thank you and big up to you and salute to you for going on. Salute to you for all that you've done for the community, all that you've done for these kids, all that you've done for these parents, because a lot of times parents are looking for other ways to reach their kids that they can't necessarily do, you know,
Right.
and you kind of fill that void. Uh, Thank you for sharing like your story. You know, it's a couple of things that I learned here, more than a couple that I didn't know.
Listen, I told you, I read these questions.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah, yeah,
ooh, they get to
yeah.
see who Donald is.
Really
A lot of
is.
people don't know who Donald is. They know DM.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
know Donald is the
yeah,
guy that played football, won a conference title in his freshman year at Shabazz, and then in his junior year said, nah, this ain't for me, and walked away from football. Yeah, yeah, that's it. I had to flex one time. I had to
That's the
flex one
floss.
time
That's
for
the
me,
floss. That's the dental
you
part of
know.
the show. Yeah,
But like I said, I said it wasn't for me. And then they also don't know that this the same Donald that went to college and did a semester. And then when they asked me to take out another loan, I looked at my mother like, Ma, you still paying on loans? She said, yes. Oh, I'm not doing that.
yeah,
And I walked away from that. So, you know, again, this ain't your average story
yeah,
of, hey, it worked like this. It's all you got to do. Everybody got a road to travel, you know, and everybody's road is different. So at the end of the day, if you put in your best effort at being the best version of who you are, then it don't matter the road that you're on, you're gonna make it. Okay, so that's what I had to realize. I mean, shoot, man, I get deep, bro. I get real deep. I ended up getting married early. I ended up moving out of Newark, going to Summit. I was working at PSE&G. You know, I mean, you couldn't tell Donald Massey that he wasn't living a dream. You
yeah,
know, and then, like I said to you before, it got dark. It got real dark for Donald Massey, and all the while still working with kids, and it's crazy about it. Still working with kids, going through personal stuff, you know, going through a divorce, losing my job at PSENG, moving out of my apartment in Summit, then going to Piscataway, then losing the apartment in Piscataway to coming back to Newark. You know, that was different. That was real different from me, and I was like, yo, what's gonna happen next? And then, like I told you, that one time I was, it got real dark. I had to look to the sky. I'm walking around the corner. I didn't have a car at this time. I'm walking around the corner to go to a security job at Shabazz, and I get held up at gunpoint around the corner from my crib. And I'm like, yo, hold up, man. Hold up. What more you gonna take from me, fam? But what more you gonna take? I ain't got nothing left to take, bro. Like, you done took I done lost my wife. I lost my dog. I lost my job. I lost my crib. These dudes done took my damn phone and my book bag. I'm looking at the Lord like, yo, what else you want, bro? Where you at? And that ET, man, that ET hit me. ET talked about how he was homeless, living inside abandoned buildings and stuff. ET hit me like, yo, you just got to keep going. You got to be successful as bad as you want to breathe. And if you want to be that successful, it's going to come. And it just started to click. And it was clicking. And like I said, all the while still working with kids and understanding that, you know what? I can't show them the defeat.
yeah,
The defeat is all through our neighborhood. The defeat is in their families. The defeat is in their school system. The defeat is in their street. Don can't show them defeat. I'm a success. I won too much to show them defeat. So I'm gonna just keep showing victories. I'm gonna show them how I win. And that's what I did, man. I just won in life, man. I just and still winning, you know. And I'm just hoping that long as I continue to keep putting the best effort forward, continue to keep putting other people above me. Anytime somebody tell me, yo, I love what you're doing, man, to God be the glory, I don't want to hold none of that, man, because I done been down that road. And so I want to make sure I stay on this level where I'm at. And even though it might not be what it may seem for me financially, it is in a physical realm. Like when I see my kids, you know, just doing big things. My nephew he's doing crazy things. I got another nephew, Marquette. He's doing crazy things. You know, I got another nephew, Mujah here, doing crazy things. You know, Nathan Bailey. Like, I could go on for hours with names. Rasul Douglas, Mariah Perez, Al Rashid Ben. It's crazy, the almanac of like kids and people that I've been able to touch and impact to say like, man. And of course, we all say, "There's somebody would have did this for me." No, I'm glad ain't nobody do this for me.
Absolutely.
It helped me understand what I needed to do, and so I'm paying it forward, and I'm just making sure that other kids understand. Pay it forward, man. Pay it forward. You never know, man.